I'm interrupting your regularly scheduled introductions to let you know if you have any sort of eye phobia. There is a clay-made severed eye in this video, so if that will bother you, do not watch it. Hello, and welcome to my channel. It's Kat speaking. This is just in time for Halloween for me to show you a project that I've been working on for, you guessed it, pushing on 2 years now of starting it, stopping it, forgetting about it. Either way, I'm going to show you how I did it. You could probably do it with stuff you have hanging around the house. And if you are missing some things, you can either substitute it with other stuff you think fits in that place, or if you want to, go out and buy it. But I have enough stuff that I'm trying to use up what I have first before I start spending more money and getting new crafts. So I've started the project list. I get detailed on what I used, and the general supplies I'm not so detailed on, so you're gonna have to bear with me. I'll talk about it as I'm making the project, but if you take a different path, you might need things I don't even mention. So keep that in mind as you're watching this video. If you think of something cool that you want to do, think about how you need to go about making it and what you'll need to do that. Step number 1, I like to call Halloweenifying your supplies. You can do it yourself, or, like I did, call a handy-dandy assistant to help you. Which, I actually didn't call her when I had started this project originally 2 years ago. She was a puppy and she got into my fabrics and destroyed most of my lace. And that's how I have such perfectly tattered lace. On top of the fact that I also added black acrylic paint and I tea stained it for this project. Okay, so I was avoiding having to shop for special effects props, so I decided to make a severed eye out of polymer clay on my own. And mind you, I am a little bit bothered by severed eyes, so I didn't look up an accurate reference picture because I didn't want to see that. I just looked up a basic diagram of how an eye looks and went from there and used some of my knowledge that I've seen people on making ball joint doll eyes. You'll see the effect towards the end of how that crashed and burned spectacularly and came out beautiful. If you've seen polymer clay tutorials, I'm not doing it the way you're supposed to if you're doing it by the books and by all those fantastic tutorials out there by amazing artists. But if you wait around to get everything done in the ideal situation with the ideal products, it's going to take you so long and you might even give yourself anxiety that you don't start the project. So if you have that problem, try it just once. Just go freestyle, don't get perfect everything, just have fun with it. For me, I actually will probably have to glue this eye back together at a later date if all the paint that I use doesn't keep it together. But I didn't actually get the polymer clay glue. So, I mean, worked for what I was doing. It's not going to be shoved around a lot. It's not going to be touched a lot. So this project should stay in one piece. So I did kind of cheat with my polymer clay and I did use my handheld drill to smooth it out some because the iris is a little choppy on the inside. Thus began the many layers of paint. So I'm a big fan of turning a mistake into something you can use. If you missed that, it happened when my dog ate the lace. I have several mistakes that I make during this project that actually work out in my favor. The first one being that I was dry brushing some black into the nerve muscle bits of the eye to age it and make it look necrotic, and I forgot to actually dab off the ink at one point and just smudged it all on. So in my haste I tried to rub it off and it actually gave a better effect than what I was trying to get, so I continued to do that. Mistake number 2 didn't happen long after. I made too much paint. And being that it's my craft room, I have lots of unfinished projects within arm's reach. And you can see briefly that I make use of that extra paint on this poor gift box head guy. And the last mistake is when I was doing the final steps to finish my eye and give it the puffed out contact lens area with hot glue. I had expected it would age over time and be even more creepy and cool and necrotic But for whatever reason, whether it's the combination of paint and the hot glue, or a bad glue stick, it yellowed by the time it was done drying. So, look I was expecting to happen over time happened now, and it actually looks good. And the way I had to fight with the hot glue made it look even more like it had been ripped out and things didn't come out right. So as I said before, I know my tutorials aren't specific. I'm leaving you room to be creative for yourself. Obviously, this isn't the most perfect piece of Halloween decor ever, but it's the first one I finally completed and finished all on my own idea, and it goes really great with my pumpkins and my witchy props. So, have a happy Halloween, be creative, and most important, have fun and just get it done. Hey, you made it to the end! Thanks for watching my video. If you liked it, don't forget to click the thumbs up button. Or if you want to see more, click the subscribe button. And if you want to catch some sneak peeks on projects we're working on, you can find us on Tumblr or on Instagram. Thanks!